Hi everybody, welcome to Sandling Junction. In this episode, it's all about how Bexhill West meets Sandling Junction and also some progress happening on the hill structure behind me. Catch you all soon, let's get into the video. Hi everybody and welcome back to Sandling Junction. This particular video should have been out a couple of weeks ago, to be quite honest with you. It's been delayed because of my work commitments with regards to my gallery and also my painting channel. So I had to take a little bit of a back seat. But the reason for doing it is just to take note of the fact that Bexhill West, James of course, came here a couple of weeks ago to show me for the very first time the wonderful structure that he's building for Sandling Junction's TMD over there. So it's only about 10 or 15 minutes of that segment and then we push on into something else. Okay, before we headlong into this video, I just wanted to touch base with the last video. You've all seen it and it was quite controversial. It's one that my son and I made together and it was a great video. Now I did say within it that it was a work in progress and lots of things had to be changed on an ongoing basis. And most of you saw that and saw through that, and sort of the comments that came were just highlighting the fact that it needed a bit more light here and something else there. And that's fantastic. Sadly, one or two of the keyboard warrior type people decided that it was a great place to attack not just me and the efforts, but also my son too. And I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to put up with any of that from anybody. And those comments were removed and hopefully those people have unsubscribed me and moved on. But it's one of the sad facts that you do something, you try something new, there's always an idiot out there somewhere who feels that he knows better and is going to tell you so. But hey, we live with that and I deal with that. I'm not worried about any of it, I just will not have personal attacks, certainly on videos that I create. So with that all said and my little moan over, let's go on into this video. It's a great video because it just, as I said earlier, celebrates James coming here for the first time and seeing that wonderful TMD shed that he's building for Sandling. So let's crack on, let's dive straight in. Catch you all soon. Maintaining our social distancing, everybody. 1 metre apart, which makes it a little bit more difficult to do. But welcome back to Sandling. James is here, come all the way from Bexhill West, and we've got the Sandling special going around in the background. Yeah, look at this. What more can you say? This is just mind-blowingly, crackingly good. And I am so thankful to James for doing this for me and for Sandling. So I'm going to let James take over with what he's doing and tell him a bit more about it, although I'm sure so far you've seen it on the video already. But yeah,
so shall we stick the GoPro inside with...
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll take the...
I've got to change the battery on this. It's
so I'll lift
decided to
my roof off. We've always got my one here and I can send you the footage.
Absolutely. So where am I going to put, where are we going to, well I'll let you put it on, you know, just press it down on there. I'll put the logo in.
Okay, what we'll do is I'll stick my GoPro inside as well, then we can have two shots.
There we go. So this is just a mock-up, guys, we're just having a little bit of fun really.
So I can see that on the phone screens. It's quite cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Look at that.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Can we get that on the screen? Can I just hold your camera?
So
I'll hold that up there. Now the view from inside the shed, guys, I don't know if you can see that on this screen, but look at that. I mean, once that's all done up inside, all the paint job's done, the lights on the pits are done, and everything is weathered up and done, and yeah, that's just awesome. What a great thing.
Try shifting the light around and see if we can get something different in from the top. So I'm sure with time, a little bit of experimentation with this.
And don't forget, we're going to have proper LEDs inside to illuminate this. And didn't we say we was going to put these on a dimmer type thing so we can actually change the voltage coming through to the LEDs?
Yeah, that will be done. So I think there's.
I mean, that is
quick mock-up.
That is amazing, isn't it? That is just really cracking. Ah, how excited am I? So there we go. This is an amazing. I mean, it's nowhere near finished yet. We've got a lot to do. Or not me, James got a lot to do. I've got a lot to do in the decorating part later on, and the weathering down, and we get it in situ. But today was really just a case of seeing if this whole thing worked as we got it so far, or as James has got it so far, and proof of concept. It works beautifully. We've got a few adjustments to do, and yeah,
fits the spot.
It does exactly, doesn't it? Perfect. Yeah. Well, James, thank you, mate. I mean that's when you first got a hold of me and suggested this, I had no idea that it was going to turn out like this. I mean, yeah, it's just
we've still
a dream come true.
We've still got a way to go, but I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more.
It's nice and robust. It feels solid. It's. I think this is going to be nice if we can remove this end so that you can
get that camera in. Yeah, so I've got to think about the scenics that end, that I don't overpower it on the back end. I was going to sort of put a lot of overgrown scrub, but I can keep that quite clear, as though the crews were, or the staff would have kept that area fairly neat and tidy.
Although with the roof coming off, of course,
you could drop it in that way as well.
Those GoPros are quite nice, aren't they? Get a nice camera angle. I'm going to try doing something different. Yeah, I mean, this is. So I'm looking on my screen here.
Oh yeah. And what is also nice is another friend of mine, James Wareham. He's just 3D printed some scaffold. He's got a proper name for them. I can't ever think of what it is, but they're like little steps up.
Oh, yeah, I saw those in the video. Yeah.
And the idea is that we can actually put those to the side so crews, maintenance crews can get up in the cab and do different parts on the locomotive, and they can run down these centres, and they will work very, very nicely, especially with they're weathered up with the cameras in. It's going to look good. Okay, so in addition to all of this marvellous model that's come along, James has also bought me some offcuts that didn't make his grade. As I was saying, they would have made my grade 10 times over, but James has got much higher standards than I have, and they didn't make his grade. So what he's done, instead of throwing them away, he's brought them to me so that I can actually muck about and play with some paint effects on different parts and different things, which I'm going to do, and I'm actually going to make a little video on that in the next week or two. So look out for that one, and we'll have a crack on with that and see what happens. Is that train going around?
I think only half a train.
It's alright. James brought over a lovely schools class, black schools class with a rake on it, and I'm just going to stop it. Okay, so I had to stop the train rather suddenly because James's schools class, which honestly been running around the track all morning quite happily without any issues at all, and we're talking away. We took our eyes off it, and just like that it dropped half the rate and was about to crash into the back end. We hadn't noticed, but nothing happened, nothing wrong, but it's beautiful. This is just awesome, people. I'm so excited, and the detail. I mean, we're a long way from finished, but look at the amount of work that's gone into that. You can see. Now I know he's in earshot, he's not far away, so he is listening to what I'm saying. So I don't want to I don't want to make his head swell too big, but yeah, great piece of work and very, very exciting. And so this is going to be a new thing for my TMD. Onwards and upwards. Catch you all soon. Bye bye for now.
Just put it back where we're at. It's nothing to do with the engine.
It might tell. I don't want it to. So we'll
Do it slowly. My responsibility. That's precision decision. That's going to be a nice little bit of footage.
Hi everybody and welcome back. The last part of this video is all about the hill section, and well, less about the hill section, more about getting prepared to put the hill in. So the blanking plate has been put on there. As I said, it didn't really need it because I checked with the electrician that it really didn't need to be done, but just to make sure I did do it anyway. So it's all been blanked off, and this area has now been ballasted. I really only set out to ballast up to here through the tunnel section so I could get this ready, weathered down and looking okay, and then I could start gluing in the polystyrene for the hills themselves. I got a bit carried away and I went through all the way down past the camera and halfway down this section. It was a bit of fun, but I made a few mistakes. I've not ballasted, has to be said, since I did No Name Junction, which was back in 2017, and I have to say I'm a little bit rusty, and I did, to start with, use some older mixed up glue. Not a good plan, because some of that are congealed and it was a little bit funny as it come out, and I caused a bit of a problem. Now I did that over here and I ended up pulling out all of that glue and that ballast and starting that area again. I then run out and mixed up some more. Well, I mixed up some more anyway once I'd done this first part, but I actually ran out of that new stuff and mixed a further batch up to carry on all the way down through here. The problem was that I got the mix a little bit wrong, and in doing so I got this area right in front here, and I will show it to you in a moment, but it sort of dried up quite glossy, or it's not right. Now I can rip it out, which I think will damage stuff because it's really dry now, it's quite hard, or I can weather that section in, and I think I will probably weather it down and it won't look so bad. But it's just a word of warning. The problem I had, that I was doing this all on a very, very hot day, one of the hottest ones we've had so far, and so I was using ISO and water to get a wetting agent into the stone itself, and then I was going over with the dropper and the glue. But I can only do little bits because literally the liquid that was wetting up the stone was drying so fast that it became almost dry before I got to glue. So I was doing little sections, and you'll see that in the little bit of time lapse that I've put in. It's only a bit of token time lapse because you've all seen people ballasting and gluing before, so I just wanted to show you a token of what I was doing without being instructional in any way at all. So that's what I've done, and it's okay. I think that I've mixed up the gravel to give me a mix of dirty gravel, old gravel. I'm tempted to put one or two areas on that are blacker, but I think all in all I'll probably do that with a spray gun and weathering. I think I can achieve those looks with that method, so I'm not going to go any further with regards to that. I just wanted to show you where we got. So I'm really now going to just weather this area down and the rail and then enclose it pretty much, but I want to try and build it so that I can lift the section off and get to any problem areas that may occur with derailments or cleaning in the future. So that's what's going to happen, and yeah. Well, there, I mean, it's a bit of fun, but I mean, it took ages, and I've got one or two areas that are a little bit too raised, and I've got to try and brush some of that off somehow, get some of it out of it, and then run some locos and carriages over it to make sure that there's nothing going to catch, especially when you've got the KD couplings and things like that to think about. So, and even the tension locks, you know, that little drop bar on the bottom can also cause a trip hazard. So I've got to make sure that none of this is too high in here, and indeed down these edges are all clear. I felt that I spent a long time on it, and I think I could have probably spent twice as long on it and done a slightly better job than I've got, but It's a learning curve. I don't plan on ripping it all up and starting again. I'm thinking that we will live with this and move forward, learn from it, and if there are if this really becomes a problem, I can deal with it. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that there is progress on this hill section, and we are that much closer to getting the hill in and starting putting some green stuff on Sandling Junction. So my thanks go back out to James again for what he's doing for the build on the TMD. That's fantastic, and I can't wait for him to come back down here with a more closely finished product and just see it in its glory. That'll be fantastic. So join me then, and I look forward to catching each and every one of you in my next video. I have no idea what it's going to be yet. I've got lots of plans in my head, but I've not got there. But yeah, join me for those, and happy modelling, and stay safe everybody, and I look forward to catching you all soon. All the best. Catch you later. Bye bye guys and girls. All the best. Bye bye.